everybody, and thank you for stopping by. Today, we're going to be playing a little bit of some League of Legends, or we're going to be watching a replay that I had not too long ago that I ended up doing a little bit well, or pretty well, and so this is my first ASMR video, and I realize that it's a little bit ironic that we're playing a game that's not known for being particularly relaxing for ASMR, but that's actually part of the reason why I elected not to play this game live, simply because, well, I mean, I'm not really sure if I could actually, I guess, handle being relaxed while playing a live match, at least since I'm so inexperienced with ASMR, but we're going to try our best here to see if at least I can kind of tell you a little bit about what's happening in this replay. So just to kind of to start out with, I am playing Vi as the jungler in this particular match, and I'm not necessarily a Vi jungle main, so I by no means am going to be an expert on this champion, and I would say that right now my current rank in League of Legends is around Silver 2. So in this match that you're seeing here is a normal match with everyone in it anywhere between, I would say, low bronze to low gold. Or sorry, not low bronze, low silver to low gold. So that's kind of the skill level that you're seeing in this game right now. But I'm going to try my best to at least go through the motions of jungling. Normally what I like to do or at least when I jungle, is I like to just stick blue buff and gromp first, and then go for a red buff whenever I'm on the top right side of the map. Now, I don't have a particular reason for doing that. I guess I do that because it's what I'm comfortable with, and it's what I've been doing for a while. But I'm sure that perhaps if anyone plays the jungle a lot more frequently than I do, that they might have a better way of clearing or starting their game. Now, what I am seeing here is that the enemy Mordekaiser is pushed up on my Tryndamere. So I'm going to try and see if I can go in for the gank. And luckily, we are able to get the Mordekaiser flash, which is amazing already. That's a great start to the game. And I see that the Mordekaiser is being really aggressive, so I'm going to try and punish him for that. And go in for the second gank, and it looks like we are going to be able to get him. Now, the reason I backed off there for a second was because I was trying to give Tryndamere the first blood, but unfortunately, I think he may have cancelled one of his auto attacks, so I did have to go in for the kill. And it's kind of unfortunate that Tryndamere did end up dying, but at the very least, we did end up getting a double kill off of that. So already, this is an excellent start. I know sometimes my, playing an off-role jungler sometimes doesn't go too well for me, but this is already a great start to the game. Normally what I usually play is I currently main Mordekaiser. Actually, Mord is kind of what I am most comfortable playing in the top lane, and it's what I'm using to kind of climb whenever I play a ranked match. it's really, really hard to maneuver with him. But here, it looks like we're going for a great gank bot lane, and not only are we able to get a flash off of that, but we are able to secure a kill on the Nautilus there. So already this is an excellent start to the game. I am at 3-0, but I have to be a little bit careful because I have a 300 gold bounty. And I also made sure to just award the drag in case the Warwick is going to be pressuring that particular objective. Good start to the game. We're gonna try and clear a few more camps before we look for another gank. It looks like here at the top lane, Trendemir and Mord are going to be having a little skirmish here in the river, but nothing came of that, so that's okay. If Trendemir can push this in a little bit more, he might be in a good position to back. Ooh, this is not a good position to be in. I actually didn't notice this during the game, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if something can happen here. Ooh, that is not looking good for Trent. He doesn't have. Oh, I think he's actually dead. Trendemir is only level 5. He doesn't have his ult yet. Yeah, that's I knew that was gonna happen. It's okay. So right here, what I'm going to try and do is I think I'm gonna go for a gank mid lane because I see that Lux is kind of right here. So maybe I can hide in like a bush and then just kind of queue over. So let's see how that's gonna turn out. Okay, so we are able to land our Q, and oh, okay, this is bad. This is bad. Okay, so I am able to flash out of that, but she's so low health, and oh, that's amazing. So right there, Lux was just about to ult me, and I almost certainly would have died if our Twisted Fate had not landed one of his cards to get the kill. So that was I played that a little bit badly, but we did end up securing the kill off of that. Now, actually, here in the minimap, you can kind of see both sides of the. You can kind of see both teams at the same time. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make it just so that you see our team's vision, just so that you kind of have a better view of what I can see and what I'm probably thinking. So here I decided to go and give bot lane another gank, and we end up getting the both kills on their support and their ADC. And of course, since I see Warwick kind of top with Trendemir and Mord, that's going to be an excellent time to take Dragon and to start giving us an early lead in this game. Now, if we take a look here, I am 4-0-1 at this point in the game, and I have a 400 gold bounty, so I definitely need to be careful not to just give that away, and I need to make sure that I'm not playing too risky. Otherwise, I am just going to end up giving the enemy team, or I'm going to end up throwing my lead if I die here. So I need to be careful. But in the meantime, we're just going to go through and continue securing our camps. Now, what you can see here is that I think Trendemir had placed a ward right here, and unfortunately, it looks like Warwick did take our Crux. So I'm probably going to have to counter that pretty soon with either some counter jungling of my own or a gank on one of the enemy team members. But we'll see what we can do. Hopefully, Warwick didn't take my red buff and he only got the Crux. But we'll see. I guess we'll see how this turns out. I think actually that I'm gonna go for a gank here on this Lux. So let's see if I can land my Q, and I do. And beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That was like a textbook gank. We ended up giving Twisted Fate the kill, which I think is great. I certainly don't want to be taking all of the kills. I'm already, I guess, doing well enough in this particular game, and I want my team to be doing well as too. Now, the unfortunate part here is that Tryndamere did end up dying to this Mord, and I believe the reason I went to go check these bushes is because Tryndamere had told me in chat at the time that Mord was really low health, so that's why I just went to go scout it out. But unfortunately, we weren't able to find him, so looks like Mord will be able to get away. Now, one of the things that I do see here is I see Warwick bot side, and they ended up using the Rift Herald. And luckily he did end up dying. But for that play, I need to make sure that I'm countering that with some pressure of my own. So I've decided to just take all of his camps in his blue jungle. And I think I am gonna go for another Mord gank. Now let's see how this is gonna turn out. I don't think Mord has R, but we'll see how this turns out. Oh man, unfortunately I missed, but we're gonna ult and we're gonna try and see if we can make something happen. Now the scary part about ganking a Mordecai. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so the scary thing about ganking Mordekaiser is that he has such great 1v2 potential. Either when his ult is up, when his ult is up, you can't really gank Mord because he can just make any situation into a 1v1, and he's usually pretty strong in his death realm. There aren't really that many champions that could go up against him in his ultimate. I think some of the few champions that might be able to stand up to him are, for example, like a Master Yi that's doing kind of well. Whenever I'm playing Mord, I always have to make sure that I do not ult a Master Yi, because Master Yi just shreds me in my own ultimate. So anyways, we just decided to back here and get I think it's my first item. Let's take a look. Yeah, so I did end up going for Divine Cinder and and some Merc Dreads, just because I know that the Mordekaiser, well, it looks like the Mordekaiser and the Warwick are going to be the main issues this particular game. Luck's not too much. I don't think she's 0-2, so she's not doing too well versus my Twisted Fate. But plus, I just like having the tenacity from Merc Dreads. So that's why I chose that. Right here, it looks like I'm just gonna end up kind of holding down the fort here in bot lane. Oh, I flashed ulted on that. So okay. So I did get Nautilus to ult there. Unfortunately, my Q doesn't quite make it. Yeah, I need to back out of this immediately. I got the Jhin Flash. Yeah, so I think I kind of graded out a little bit there. I needed to play a little bit more carefully, especially considering the fact that I do have a 400 gold shutdown, so I can't be making plays like that. But luckily, or I guess the nice part about this is that I can easily heal up, just heal up for my camps, and I guess this game ended up going really well for us versus the enemy team. So this is already going excellent for us. And I guess at this point, let's just take a look and see. Okay, so I'm 5-0. Now, unfortunately, the Mordekaiser is 3-1. So I know from my own experience as Mord that if you even give him like a slight lead, he becomes an extremely dangerous champion to deal with. So right now, I don't think I'm gonna try ganking top too much. Really, at this point, I think it's best if I just keep ganking mid and bot lane. I don't think we'll be able to do much in top lane right now, considering how fed Mord is. Now, I did see him kind of roam to my jungle, but unfortunately, he does have his ult up, and I can't really fight him there, but I will end up dying for this, and Lux ended up being there, so I really wasn't expecting that. So that's unfortunate. We did end up dying, and we ended up giving our shutdown. I think it ended up being, yeah, we ended up giving 800 gold to perhaps the worst possible member of their team that we could have given it to. So this is kind of looking like a scary game. I mean, I'm doing well, but I need my team to be doing better. And I guess the nice thing about the replay is that you can see how we're starting to fall just a little bit behind in gold now, just off of that kill. So we'll see if we can make any plays happen here. Now, in the meantime, though, I just need to continue farming. Let's take a look at the CS. So it's 104 CS to Warwick's 80. So not too shabby. But we certainly want to be a little bit higher at this point. I mean, we're about 18 minutes in the game, so we definitely need to be raising our CS. Now, it is a little bit surprising that my CS as a jungler is a little bit higher than all of my laners' CS, especially I think our Tristana is getting completely dominated by this Jhin in terms of CS. So we're gonna try and see if we can at least help them out a little bit. So here, I'm going down at bot lane, I'm going for this gank, and we are able to secure the kill on the Jhin. Let's see what we can do with this Nautilus. But I think Mordekaiser did end up teleporting in and ulting our Tristana, so that's unfortunate. I think she's gonna end up dying. But let's see if Swain and I can kind of hold down the fortress here, and yes, we are. We're able to get the nice juicy shutdown on Mord, and this Warwick was trying to get this kill on Swain, but we completely turned that around. So that was an excellent play on our part. I would say that's totally worth, because we ended up killing 4 of their team members just based off of that one play. We got the Jhin, the Nautilus, the Warwick, and the Mordekaiser. We got Mordekaiser's teleport, and we got the first turret. So that's amazing for us. So we're just gonna kind of back out here so that we can get a recall. I'm sitting off of a lot of gold from that play, so hopefully we can just go in and trade it in for some items. So from that, I was able to get a black cleaver from that, and I think I'm not quite sure what I was planning on building after black cleaver. I don't remember. I don't remember just from the replay alone, so we'll have to see what I end up building as my third item. So mean, these are going to be helping us the entire game. And the thing about just grading out for kills is that sure, you can get someone fed, but if they make one mistake and they end up throwing, that's incredibly dangerous for the rest of the team. Whereas with objectives, I mean, objectives are going to be giving your team a lead, everyone a lead, and not just one particular player. So I'm definitely more concerned over dragons and objectives like Baron and Rift Herald and turrets versus just getting a lot of kills. But I guess this game is going well for us because we've been able to get a little bit of both. We've been able to get objectives and quite a lot of kills for ourselves. So, yeah, I guess you can see here that we are 9-1. So already this is a fantastic. This is going fantastic for us. Not for my team though. Trindamir is 0-5, so he's been having a little bit of a rough game. But we're gonna try and see if we can help him out a little bit. So we decided to go in on the Warwick, and we're gonna try and see if we can get this Lux. Trent did end up using his flash, and there I ended up blowing mine to secure the kill on Lux. Now in retrospect, I don't think it was worth it. I think if I had been a little bit more patient there, Trindamir could have probably secured the kill. So, my flash probably wasn't necessary, but you know, oh well. I mean, I guess we secured the kill. So here, Trent and I are gonna try and see if we can just hold down the fort mid lane. Unfortunately, they were able to get our first mid turret, and I'm gonna try and see if I can make a play on Mordekaiser here. I mean, I'm just one level behind him, but I think I have some more items than him. Oh, that's unfortunate. We ended up giving Mordekaiser our second shutdown this game. I cannot be making plays like that. I kind of graded out there, and oh, my team did end up getting wrecked that particular fight. Everyone is just really low, and they're probably going to continue pushing mid lane if they're strong or if they're smart. But it looks like this Lux went to go chase. Well, okay. Oh, okay. So it looks like a little fight is happening here. Here in the jungle. And that's the weird thing about being in low elo, is that you get a lot of these random fights that just break out of nowhere. Like there's no particular objective, there's no reason we should be fighting, but we just kind of are. So I was able to secure the kill on the Nautilus there, and kind of ult at the Warwick to prevent him from killing Tristana. So, oops. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. I'm sorry if you guys heard that. But anyways, as I was saying, we were able to get away from that fight and end up killing 3 of their team members versus them killing 2. So I think we did end up coming out a little bit ahead in that particular team fight. So hopefully we can make a play happen right before the next dragon, so that we can secure it. Now I do see this Warwick here. I am able to kind of burn him down to half health. But unfortunately this Mord is coming for me, but I do think we can fight this. He doesn't have his ult anymore because he used it in that last fight. So we're gonna go for him. Now, I know that we can go for this Mord because, well, since I main Mordekaiser, I know that without ult, his cooldowns are just too long to really be able to engage in a fight like that so soon afterwards. So we are able to kill 3 of them for that, but unfortunately because her Q and her R are essentially able to make her stick onto a target extremely well. But one of the other aspects I like about Vi is that she's able to dish out a lot of damage as well as tank a lot of damage. I think, a lot of times the enemies will end up, the enemy team will try to end up focusing me down. But as Vi, I mean, I'm not just like an ADC. I'm not extremely squishy. So I think with just like an item or two, and I think, yeah, I did end up going for a Styrax Cage, so that is gonna end up helping us a little bit in team fights, and to not die so quickly, give ourselves a little bit of tankiness. So, or not tankiness, but some durability. So if we could just continue like this, I mean, we're already at like a 5,000 gold lead, so if you can just continue the game going as it is, we should have this one in the bag. And so it looks like they are kind of pushing up here. They're probably going to try and engage. I don't know what this Tryndamere is doing. He's kind of just in base, and I don't think I noticed this while I was actually playing. Plus we have our DF down. So I do end up, unfortunately, going for this. Oh no. At least Triss gets a kill off of that, but I think I ended up going way too deep there, and I actually ended up baiting my team, right there. So, that's completely my bad. And we are going to get punished severely off of that. In fact, the enemy team is going to end up catching up quite significantly just based off of that one fight. And they're probably going to get Baron if they're smart, because none of us are alive. Yikes. This Jhin just got the ace. So that's really unfortunate. Yeah, that was my bad. My bad for that. I thought we could take it. I didn't realize that the Tryndamere was still all the way back here. I thought that he had already made his way to mid lane. I thought that we could fight that. But luckily we are able to secure this 900 gold kill on the Jhin here. So that's great for us, but also bad for us because unfortunately the enemy team did end up getting Baron. But that's okay if we can just kind of wait Baron out and fight for the next dragon. We should be able to get Ocean Soul. So in the meantime, we just need to chill out a little bit. So I'm just gonna proceed to just clear a couple of camps before we fight for the next dragon. If we can actually get a pick on them, that would be ideal for us. Now I do notice that here on the bottom of the map, my team is trying to go for some cheese play on the enemy team. So I end up going over here to try and see if we can make something happen. And luckily, that's exactly what happens, since their Mordekaiser and their Nautilus were completely caught out of position. So that's essentially just going to be a free drag for us at this point. They can't, I mean, with Warwick, Jhin, and Lux still alive, and our whole team alive, I mean, it's going to be really hard for them to contest that. And it looks like my team is doing a good job at kind of sending Jhin off in this particular direction. So it should be, so this Ocean Drake should be free for us to take. I mean, there's only 12 seconds left, so we're gonna end up taking this pretty easily. I do see that they ended up putting a ward there, so I have to take this quick, and there we go. So, let's see if we're able to make one more play happening here. It looks like everyone's right here, so we'll see what happens. So, okay, perfect. So I'm able to go in with my ult the Sterak's Gauge shield actually ends up saving me there. And we played this so well. So well. I think that's essentially a game. Their death timers are a little bit too long, and we can just obliterate their towers and inhibitors like butter. So yeah, I think that's gonna end up being game. So I did make a few mistakes in this particular game. In particular, I wasn't too careful for my shutdowns. I ended up giving Mordekaiser 2 of my shutdowns, but all in all, we did end up getting the win. So I ended up 16, 3, and 12, and we were able to get Tristana up quite a bit since early game. I think last time we checked, she was like 2 and 3, but she ended 10 and 5. So already that's incredibly good. Well, I guess that's kind of it for this particular video. So thank you very much for watching.